All right, welcome back to the channel. So it looks like, until somebody says different, that we have a fight, the biggest fight in boxing. The Crawford-Spence fight will be televised by Showtime pay-per-view on July 29th and contains a bi-directional rematch clause that the loser can trigger within 30 days after the fight, sources told ESPN. This is a two-fight deal for Crawford with the PBC. So it looks like, unless Mike Coppinger does the same thing that Mike Coppinger had done before, which is give us information that winds up not being true, it seems like we're going to get a fight. To continue, the PBC's Al Heyman, who advises Spence, and CAA's Aish Henson, who advises Crawford, negotiated and now will deliver the most anticipated boxing match since the mega fight between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao in 2015. Crawford and Spence will earn eight-figure guarantees for the Showtime pay-per-view. A source said there's a bi-directional rematch clause that the loser can trigger within 30 days. It is a two-fight deal for Crawford with PBC. After the probable return bout between Crawford and Spence, which must take place before the end of 2023, both fighters are expected to move up to 154 pounds. So this is, I have to tell you, because I'm sure that there's going to be people that are going to say, this is what people have said before. No, this is a lot more certain than anything that Mike Coppinger has said before or anybody else has said before. They have said that it looks like they're targeting all kind of non-concrete things that they have said. This right here is literally saying that that they have agreed to the deal and that the deal is done. Not that they still have things to overcome and all of that other stuff. Now, I did see, the only thing that kind of stuck me as strange about it was that somebody had said, or there was something out there about both sides have announced the fight. Well, both fighters have not announced the fight on their social media platforms, and we will see what will happen as far as that. If they do, they should be doing it relatively shortly. But this is, I like it, man. And I honestly, man, I kind of believe this one. This sounds to be very, very certain. Now, to me, honestly, though, if these terms are what he says they are, what was the difference between this and what Terence Crawford was offered last time, except for, the 8-figure guarantees? But my understanding was that Terence Crawford was offered a $10 million guaranteed, $10 million guarantee before, and that he wanted 15. So if what people were saying about the negotiations prior to this are true, and this announcement is true, it seems like Terence Crawford would have agreed to what he was offered before, and so now we're going to get a fight. I absolutely positively love this. I was just saying on my live stream, man, look, I miss Terence Crawford fans on my channel and was like, look, man, I will be, please, Terence Crawford, I apologize to you for calling you a duck just so that we can get the conversation going on. Now, to answer people's questions, if this fight takes place, will I say that Terence Crawford ducked Errol Spence Jr.? I will say no, he did not duck him, because eventually the fight will have taken place. So I don't have a problem with it at this point. I will tell you, man, if he makes this fight, then all of that stuff that I've said to people on my channel about him ducking the fight, fine. He didn't duck it because he actually wound up taking it. And I do want to be very, very clear that that this whole time we've been talking about this, if this is true, and even if it's not true, I have never said that I thought Terence Crawford was a coward. I never said that I thought that he was afraid that he couldn't fight, that he couldn't beat Errol Spence. What I said is that from everything that I've seen and everything we know, he's the reason that the fight didn't take place. But I did not want to get into his mindset and tell you whether or not what the reason was for him not taking the fight, because I just don't know. All I can do is go off of what is being said and what is being done in the public. However, I will say, just for the sake of this video, take it with a grain of salt that this is what's been said, because Mike Coppinger has been wrong before. And hopefully Mike Coppinger is not jumping the gun and trying to get a report out here before it is actually solidified and actually signed. However, there are things out there that are good signs. Bozy Ennis was on the phone talking to Terence Crawford. Those are both guys that fight on. That's a guy that fights on HBO. So I was like, what could he possibly be talking about? Because he said he's returning in July. So maybe that is Jaron Ennis to be on the undercard for the July 29th fight. That would be absolutely fantastic if that was the case, and definitely add a lot of flavor to the fight. Also, Errol Spence Jr. said that he's been in the gym, first day of training camp. Of course, that is if he goes through a 12-week camp, that goes right into middle of July. So that is a good sign. And plus, with Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia making so much money and such a big splash on their pay-per-views, hey man, these guys very well could do 1 million pay-per-views. And where Terence Crawford may not have been comfortable about the pay-per-views before. All said and done, man, I'm happy about it, man. This is good stuff. I hope that it's true. Anyway, you let me know what you think in the comment section, because, man, I'm telling you, this is what boxing needs if this is true. Errol Spence Jr. is in my opinion, is the top guy pound for pound in the fight in the boxing world right now. As a matter of fact, let me change that. I will put Terence Crawford back on his spot as the number one guy in pound for pound list, because he took the fight, because I moved him because he wasn't making the fight, right? And that was my opinion about it. But if he goes through and makes the fight, it is what it is. Thank you very much. I have respect for him for fighting Errol Spence Jr. I have respect for Errol Spence fighting Terence Crawford. I have respect for, just like I have respect for Gervonta for fighting Ryan, and Ryan for fighting Gervonta, and Bill and Devin Haney fighting Lomachenko, and Lomachenko fighting Devin Haney. This is what we need, a year of really, really good fights. After this takes place, you could also be getting some fights that may be a little bit overdue, but still things that I'm really looking forward to seeing, like Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua, Canelo Alvarez and David Benavidez, or Jermall Charlo and Demetrius Andrade. Just really, really good stuff from boxing could be kicking off. That's my opinion. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.